asked me to speak quite a few weeks ago. When she asked me, I think it was maybe right after my husband's shleishim. I don't think my mind was working well, and I was a little taken aback, and I said to her, I don't know if I can commit to it. I'm going to get back to you. I thought about it, and I said to myself, I know what Mendel would say. He would say, if you could even help one person, go for it. Do it. If one person will even show up, not even a question. So here I am, and I'm going to try my best. Thank you. Today's Rosh Chodesh, and we know that Rosh Chodesh is a special yontif for women. As women, we have the extra ability to understand that sometimes the moon becomes full and dark. The process of the moon is small, and as it gets bigger, it gets brighter. We have the power to see the darkness. Women especially have the power to see through the darkness, to get to see what the light is after the darkness. So we need to hold on to that in every situation where we are in and see the light through the darkness. Just a quick note, I just feel I should say, I don't know if all of you know me. My husband was sick for the past 7 years, in which I'm going to tell you as we move along in the evening tonight. And he recently passed away on Hoshana Rabbah Chaf Aleph Tishrei. So this is the first time that I'm actually speaking, and I hope that you can all walk away with something that I'm able to help you with. But 7 years ago, actually to this day, or to this week I should say, we were about to embark on the cruise of our lifetime. My husband had arranged for my 35th birthday. We were going on the Chazanos cruise, the Cantorial cruise. My husband loved Chazanos, and he wanted me to like it too. I said, I'll join. I'm not sure I'm going to make it to the Chazanos concerts, but I'll see you at other times. Now, I do need to say that the first concert I went to, I loved it. And after that, every time there was a Chazanos concert, I was there with him. So he liked that. Mendel was a real foodie. He loved food. And I remember being on that cruise, and when the waiter would come around and they would say, so what's your choice? Do you want the fish, the meat, the vegetarian? And he's like, I'll take one of each. I was like, oh my gosh, do I know this person? You know? But we enjoyed it to the fullest. We saw beautiful views. We spent a lot of time together, and we came back refreshed, ready to see the kids. We have 6 kids, Kanai Nahara. My oldest now is 20, going down to 9-year-old twins. And then they were 7 years younger, so we were happy to get away, happy to come back home. And that was Sunday morning. Sunday night, Mendel says to me, put the kids to sleep and I want to talk to you. And I said, we just spoke a week. I don't know what else you want to say. So I put the kids to sleep, and I sat down at the table. I remember exactly where I was sitting. I remember exactly where he was sitting. I don't remember a word he said. Not a word, not a facial expression, nothing. I just remember a feeling I had of a bomb exploding on my head. And I think I looked at him and I said, whatever you're telling me, we're in this together. We are a team. I need to backtrack and clarify over here. You see, the week before we went on the cruise, Mendel found out that he had cancer. He chose not to tell me. He did not want to ruin our trip. At that point in time, he was the owner of Sterling Electronics on Kingston Avenue. So he went to work. I was a teacher in Mostos Acre Center. I went to work. The kids were in school, and I thought that everything was fine and dandy. But to be honest with you, he went to go see some doctors, and he did it all alone. All alone. I had absolutely no clue. We knew, just to backtrack, to clarify with you, he wasn't feeling well, his eye was fluttering, and he went to Dr. Rosen, who suggested that we follow up. So we were going to be following up in a month's time, but I didn't know that in the interim he was really doing this following up without me. But that was his character, that he did not want me to find out before we embarked on this trip. He never said anything to me on the trip. And this was my introduction to my new life. When one builds a home, we need to have a strong foundation. If the foundation is not strong, a wind can come, rain can come, and the walls, the wallpaper, whatever it is that you're building will come smashing down. At that point in time, we were married almost 14 years. Those 14 years, we were constantly building our foundation, making it stronger and stronger. How did we strengthen our foundation? We always made sure that we had the time for each other. Like I said to you before, we were a team. Team stands for together, everyone achieves more. And that was our mantra. We were a team. We always thought of ourselves as a couple, trying to make sure to help and give each other whatever it is that we're able to do, whatever it is that we're able to share, whatever it is that we're able to give. About 10 years into our marriage, I remember I was a teacher in the daycare center, and one of the teachers came over to me and said, "Oh, Toby, I think it must have been Mendel's birthday or my birthday, I don't remember what it was." And I was talking about him. And she said to me, "You know, you're married for 10 years and you're talking about him with that same twinkle in your eye as if you just got married." I said, "Well, that's how I feel, you know?" So it was a constant effort, a constant work on our parts to build this strong relationship. But at this point in time, it was solid. It was really, really solid. That message, I could actually tell all of you, it's never too late. It's never too late to work on a marriage, to work on a friendship. It doesn't matter at any point in time. But the more solid it is, the better off you are. When we were faced with one of the hardest things now, as I said, as a couple, there was only one way for us to face it, and that was that we're in it together. We are going to stand by each other, do whatever it takes to help each other,